Ladies and gentlemen, Cowboys Nation, can you feel the electricity in the air? It's Sunday, October 12th, 2025, and your Dallas Cowboys are gearing up for a showdown that's got all of Texas buzzing. Here's a question to kick things off. When was the last time America's team faced a former teammate with as much swagger as Rico Dowdle's bringing to the field today? That's right, folks. We're diving into Week 6 of the NFL season, where the Cowboys hit the road to take on the Carolina Panthers at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. So buckle up, because this game's got drama, stakes, and a whole lot of heart. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the main event. As you saw in the sports card above, the Cowboys are facing the Panthers today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, airing live on Fox. If you're out of market, you can catch the action on YouTube TV's NFL Sunday Ticket or NFL Plus for mobile streaming. The Cowboys, sitting at 2-1, are coming off a commanding 37-22 victory over the New York Jets last week, while the Panthers, with a 2-3 record, are riding high after a gritty upset over the Miami Dolphins. The betting lines have Dallas as 2.5-point favorites, with the over-under set at 48.5 points, promising a high-scoring affair. But the real spice, former Cowboys running back Rico Dowdle, now a Panther, is talking big, telling his old team to buckle up after a monstrous 200-yard rushing performance last week. Oh, it's personal, folks. Now let's dive into the nitty-gritty. The Cowboys offense, led by quarterback Dak Prescott, is firing on all cylinders. Dak's thrown for 1,356 yards and 10 touchdowns this season, ranking him among the NFL's elite. His connection with wide receiver CeeDee Lamb has been electric, though Lamb's been nursing a sprained ankle from Week 2 against the Bears. The good news? He was spotted at practice this week, rehabbing hard, and could be a game-time decision. For those new to the game, the quarterback is the guy calling the plays and throwing the ball, or handing it off to a running back like Javonte Williams, who's racked up 447 rushing yards for Dallas this year. On the other side, the Panthers' offense hinges on young quarterback Bryce Young, who's got 951 passing yards and 7 touchdowns. But it's Dowdle who's stealing headlines, with 289 rushing yards and a chip on his shoulder the size of Texas.
Let's talk strategy. For Dallas, head coach Mike McCarthy's game plan will likely lean on a balanced attack. The Cowboys' offense ranks high, averaging 30.2 points per game, but their defense, allowing 30.8 points, needs to tighten up. Linebacker Micah Parsons, a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, will be key in pressuring Young and containing Dowdle. The defensive line, those big guys up front who try to stop the run or sack the quarterback, has to dominate early to disrupt Carolina's rhythm. Meanwhile, the Panthers, under coach Dave Canales, are leaning into their ground game, with Dowdle as the centerpiece. Their defense, led by linebacker Christian Rozeboom's 37 tackles, will aim to rattle Prescott with blitzes. But here's the kicker. Carolina's secondary is banged up, with cornerback Caleb Evans out and rookie Jalen Coker questionable, which could leave gaps for Lamb or George Pickens, who's got 357 receiving yards. Now, let's step back for some historical context. The Dallas Cowboys, dubbed America's team in the late 1970s by NFL Films, have a storied legacy with 5 Super Bowl titles, the last in 1995 with legends like Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin. AT&T Stadium, their glitzy home in Arlington, is a cathedral of football, but today they're in Carolina's house, where the Cowboys lead the all-time series 6-3. Flashback to their 2024 matchup, where Dallas edged out a 33-10 win, but the Panthers have been scrappy at home, going 7-0 against the spread as underdogs in their last 7 games. Compare that to Dallas's up-and-down season, a tie against Green Bay, a loss to the Bears, and wins over the Giants and Jets. Statistically, Dallas's 272.2 passing yards per game dwarf Carolina's 187, but the Panthers' defense allows fewer points, making this a fascinating clash of styles. Let's sprinkle in some Cowboys trivia. Did you know the team was founded in 1960 as an expansion franchise? Or that Roger Staubach, Captain America, led them to 2 Super Bowls with his clutch play? The Cowboys' star logo, inspired by Texas pride, is one of the most recognizable in sports, and their rivalry with the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC East is the stuff of legend. Think epic battles like the 1980 NFC Championship. Pop culture. The Cowboys have been name-dropped in everything from country songs to Netflix documentaries, and their cheerleaders, featured in America's Sweethearts, are a global phenomenon. Today's game even ties into current events, with social media buzzing about Dowdle's trash talk, which one ex-post called the spiciest storyline of Week 6. Imagine this scene in the Cowboys locker room. I can picture Dak Prescott, cool as ever, smirking when asked about Dowdle's comments. "Rico's always been a talker," Dak might say, "but we'll let the field do the talking." Or how about a fictional quote from Micah Parsons? "Dowdle's got 200 yards. Respect. But he's gonna meet me at the line, and I'm bringing the heat." And let's not forget the fans. I can hear a Cowboys diehard at a Dallas tailgate shouting, "We're America's team, baby. Rico who? Let's roll." The passion of Cowboys Nation, from Arlington to Charlotte, is unmatched, and they'll be glued to Fox today, cheering every first down. What's next for Dallas? This game could be a turning point. A win keeps them in the NFC East hunt, where they're third behind the 4-2 Eagles and 3-2 Commanders. A loss, though, could make their road to the playoffs rockier, especially with tough games ahead against the 49ers and Lions. If they can contain Dowdle and exploit Carolina's depleted secondary, they might cruise to a 3-2-1 record. Long-term, the Cowboys are eyeing a deep playoff run, but injuries to key players like Lamb, Tyler Booker, and Tyler Smith could loom large. For the Panthers, a win would boost their wild-card hopes, but they'll need Young to outshine Prescott and their defense to step up. So, Cowboys Nation, it's time to get loud. Will Dak and company keep the momentum going, or will Dowdle back up his big talk? Tune in to Fox at 1 p.m. Eastern to find out. Better yet, grab your star-spangled gear, hit up a watch party, and follow us for all the post-game breakdowns. This is America's team, and they're ready to shine. Let's go, Cowboys!